Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. This is going to be the August reading for Taurus. So thank you for being here. We are in Leo season. Yay! Yeah, we're in Leo season, which is good because the energies in Cancer season were a little bit tricky and a little bit heavy to navigate, especially with there being the double eclipse and also then Mercury being in retrograde as well as a few other planets as well. So it was very tricky kind of energy, very watery kind of energy. So a lot of like emotions and feelings and that things, emotions and feelings to do with certain situations or certain things that you've been through being dragged back up. So it was quite a tricky kind of month to kind of navigate. Now you're probably still feeling a little bit of that, and still trying to kind of navigate through that a little bit. But Mercury has gone direct, woohoo! Which means no more setbacks, no more things kind of going wrong, no more kind of technical issues and phones and computers and that going wrong. With travel and stuff as well. So all that starts to kind of go direct again. So hopefully that means forward movement with that. But yeah, so we're out of Mercury retrograde now, which is good. So all those kind of like little kind of life lessons, kind of energy, that kind of trickstery kind of energy, that's all kind of fading out now. So we're in Leo season. We had a new moon in Leo on the 2nd of July. So that's just gone. And that brings in a lot of forward movement and positive kind of energy, which is good because that's exactly what we need just after the kind of Cancer season and all that kind of eclipse kind of energy that we just had. So Leo season is very much about, it's about the self, so honoring the self and your self-worth, getting back in touch with that, getting back in touch with loving yourself again and realizing why you love yourself, what things you're good at, what things give you joy, what things you want to do more of, what things give you confidence, and what things you want to portray more to the world. So it's all about that kind of finding that kind of inner love and that inner kind of self-worth and that inner kind of confidence in yourself, and kind of then projecting that out onto the world, in terms of showing others and showing the whole world, who you really are inside, and the person and the thing and the person that you really love, and in turn then other people then reflect that kind of back at you as well. So that is kind of the energy of Leo season. So it's a really good kind of positive kind of progress month to have after the kind of eclipse season of Cancer, where we were all a bit like up kind of cerebral and kind of like, oh, I did this and should I have done that, I'm thinking about the past and oh, I'm having to relive this and this thing's come back up again and how do I deal with this differently this time, and so it was a lot of that energy. So it's a nice kind of poignant kind of month to have after all that energy kind of going on. It's getting back in touch with the self, having cleansed and purged a lot of stuff in Cancer season, and really getting in touch with yourself, what you love about yourself, etc. And kind of projecting that and portraying that out into the world. So without further ado, let's get into your cards for the month of August. Now, I was meditating on your energy as I always do before I kind of come on camera and pre-shuffling the cards. And the kind of the vibe that I got for you, it wasn't an image, it wasn't kind of any audio or anything like that. It was very much just a vibe, just a feeling of, and it's strange for you, Taurus, because it didn't feel like the sort of energy that I'm used to kind of tapping into with you guys. But it was a very almost like a shy sort of energy, but not just shy. There was almost like a kind of a slight sadness, like a slight kind of just a slight sadness. There's maybe a pinch of regret of something, I don't know, but there was a slight sadness, and a kind of shyness, almost like a retreat kind of mode to you. Now, with the energies of Leo season kind of going on in terms of finding the self and kind of getting back in touch with the self and your self-worth and your self-love, there could be an element of that creeping into there, because you might be feeling a little shy, you might be retreating into yourself to kind of just contemplate things maybe for yourself and not being so out there in the world, like Taurians are very much used to. But nevertheless, that was the energy that I got for you. So take it as it resonates. As you know, not everything's going to resonate for everyone. So if it does resonate for you, then take it with you. If it doesn't, then chuck it. Right. Okay, let's get into it. So what does Taurus need to know for August, please? What does Taurus need to know for August? What does Taurus need to know for August? Taurus needs to know for August, please. Taurus needs to know for August. Ooh, okay. Okay guys, so as always, I'm just going to take a few minutes to tune into the cards and see what messages are there for you guys. As always, you don't need to wait for me. You can skip on ahead if you want to, but I'm just going to take a minute or two to have a little look at these. So give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. Okay guys, so the underlying energy. No, actually I'm going to start with this card. There's something about this month. Now this card didn't come out first, okay? But this card, it came out fourth. No, it didn't. It came out. There was 3 cards came out, one after the other. Then a group of 3 came out, which I took. And this one then would have been the 5th if those group of 3 hadn't come out. But this ends up being your last card. However, I feel like this is the energy that I was talking of, okay? So I feel like this is kind of a permeated kind of energy throughout the month for you. And that's why I kind of came out last. So you have the Tower, okay? So I feel like there's something this month, there's a Tower moment this month, or there's a general vibe, towery kind of vibe to the month for you, whereby you are, something has happened or some sort of situation has unfolded, whereby you're really, it's almost like you're having to kind of like search through all this rubble this month. That's the vibe I'm kind of getting. You're searching through all this rubble. You're there on your own and you're searching through all this rubble this month for almost like the things that are left after this tower has fallen down. So the important things that you still need that were inside this tower when it fell down, or whenever it, whenever it went on fire, because I think that image there shows that it must have been on fire. So I feel like that's kind of the energy of this month for you almost. It's like you're kind of having to go within into that tower is almost like a reflection of yourself. You're having to kind of, after you kind of burnt down almost in kind of Cancer season with all the retrograde and kind of eclipse kind of energies, it's like you're now having to search through the rubble. So search through the self almost for all the things that you still need from within this kind of tower, that are still kind of, survive the fire. So you're searching for all those things that survive the fire, to be able to take with you. So you're having to search through all that rubble to be able to take them with you now into the next kind of phase of your life, or the next kind of chapter of your life, or as this would depict the next tower that you're going to build for yourself, you see. So that's kind of that makes a lot of sense with the energies that I was kind of feeling for this month, okay? So for a lot of you now, the thing is, what I feel is this is very much an internal kind of energy, okay? So this is not something that other people are going to necessarily see and that you're going to be projecting out into the external kind of world. This is very much an internal kind of process that's kind of going on at the moment, okay? And that's probably why I was feeling that kind of shy kind of energy, is because you're kind of retreating into yourself to be able to figure this energy out and to kind of process all of this for yourself, okay? So definitely very much a kind of poignant energy for you. Now in the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck that I got, I got 3 cards. Okay, so I got the Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Fool. Okay, so I definitely feel like the underlying energy is, like I said, it is definitely this tower. This is driving everything for you this month, and this is an internal energy. But in terms of like the underlying energies, separate from that tower energy, there's very much a putting down of burdens, okay? Putting down of burdens that would have possibly been burnt down in that or came crumbling down and made you realize that you had these burdens when that Tower moment kind of happened. Okay, so I definitely feel like, yeah, you're letting go of a lot of stuff this month. Okay, and you're suddenly having a moment of clarity. That Ace of Swords is coming in and kind of giving you moments of clarity after you kind of search through that rubble to kind of find those things. It's kind of giving you this moment of clarity where you're like, right, okay, I get it now. Like, I had to like get rid of all that shit and all those, that Tower moment had to happen, because then I had to be able to pick myself back up, really search within inside myself, about the things that really matter to me and what I actually need to bring with me into the next phase of my life, as opposed to what I actually thought that I needed all of this stuff to kind of bring with me. Okay, so you're very much kind of picking up the pieces, gaining clarity this month, and then that leads you to being able to take a leap of faith, okay, into the new and unknown. And the reason that I say that is because the cards that then start off your reading are very poignant, and this is what I love. It's like the underlying energy is a little bit heavy. It's a little bit of like kind of sifting through all the rubble, yeah, but the main kind of reading that I got for you is really, really overall very positive, and that's very poignant with the energies of last month being Cancer season, having to sift and purge through all those things, and then this month, which is very much a positive progression kind of month. So it's like you're transitioning. Your internal side is still processing through that kind of Cancer kind of energy, and sifting through that for yourself. You're processing that still, but the external energy of this month is very much that positive progression, which is lovely. So it's a good balance to have. Okay, so yeah, so that clarity and that gives you the kind of confidence then to be able to take that leap of faith. Okay, and then to start off your reading, you have the Four of Wands. Beautiful energy. There's celebration. There's abundance. Usually in this depiction, it's just 4 wands. Okay, but in the 4 wands they're all pointing, and kind of there's flags coming out of it. Now in the traditional tarot, the image of 2 pillars on each side are depicted with like a garland on the top. Okay, now, and there's a castle in the background. There's lots of celebration. To me, that is very much, it's an 1111 card. Okay, and that is very much master numbers. If you want to check it out, take a little look online. There's a lot of information about master numbers and numerology there, but it's very much a signification of passing through the doorway, or the kind of the archway to the next phase or the next chapter of things. So it's very much, like I said, going from that Tower kind of energy and having to kind of sift through all that stuff internally, but externally, that's leading you then, like I said, with that Fool card, that's leading you to take a leap of faith into this kind of abundance through this archway, through this gateway to the next phase or next chapter of your life and your kind of situation. And that's beautiful because there's abundance there, okay? And I say that because the next card you had out was the Sun. And who can argue with the Sun? Because it's the most happiest card in the tarot deck, okay? And look at it, there's just such joy and abundance there. There's sunflowers, it's beautiful hot weather. There's a mother and her 2 children dancing. The mother is pregnant, it's fruition, it's the birth of new things, it's happiness, it's overall joy. There's a cat there. It's just such a happy card, okay? And I definitely feel like once you've cleared all this Tower kind of energy for yourself, which you're working on within yourself this month, it's very much, like I said, you're leading you to this gateway of, walking through into the next phase and finding that absolute happiness for yourself. So it's a beautiful card, a beautiful kind of energy to be having. Now with that, then there's you got the third card you had out then was the Eight of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is very much about communication. It's about movement. It's about quick information, quick messages, quick contact kind of coming in. Okay, now for some of you, I am getting kind of feeling that this is possibly to do with moving, because the Eight of Wands can be movement. Okay, it's action, and it's quick action. So I do feel like there could be an energy for some of you, where some of you maybe have moved this month, or will be moving this month to a new location or a new house. And that's where that external kind of happiness is coming from, and that new kind of new abundance and new kind of joy is coming from, is because you've made a new you've moved to a new place, and all in the 3D physical world, and you are celebrating that. Okay, so, and you're finding happiness with that, but you're still kind of working on all this kind of stuff for yourself internally, okay? So yeah, so for some of you, you could be moving this month. For others of you, I do feel like this is to do with communication coming in. I feel like there's 2 groups of you here. There's a group of you whereby there's information coming in, okay, to you. if that's the case, I feel like it's going to bring joy and abundance to you this month, okay? For others of you, I feel like this is you wanting to communicate to somebody else, okay? And I feel like there's a little bit of shyness about feeling that you need to do that, okay? I feel like this Tower energy is triggering you to feel like you need to reach out and communicate with someone about something, okay? So that might be for just a very small portion of you, okay? But it's saying to you, it's like you're having a moment of clarity about this, okay? Like a moment of clarity about possibly about how you have felt about a certain situation, or yeah, because the underlying energy that I'm just looking, sorry, I just looked at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck, you're having the King of Cups here, okay? So I definitely feel, and I hadn't noticed that until I was talking about this situation. So yeah, definitely. I feel like for some of you, this is you wanting to reach out to somebody because this is about emotions and feelings, okay? Water energy cups, okay? This King of Cups here. You're wanting to reach out to somebody and tell someone something, or explain to someone about how you're feeling in terms of your emotions and feelings about something, or about a situation, or about them, okay? But you're feeling a shyness about doing that because you're not sure how to go about doing that, okay? But the energies here are telling you that, you know, you're going to going through this Tower energy, okay? You're going to figure out those emotions and feelings about how you feel about that person or that situation, okay? Which is leading you then to have that sudden clarity about how you need to communicate with this person, okay? It's logic, it's thoughts, it's clarity, okay? And you're suddenly realizing, yeah, okay, hang on, I need to make this, I need to contact this person, I need to talk to this person or tell this person this something, whatever it is, okay? And you're suddenly taking a leap of faith then to do that, okay? So yeah, and the energies are telling you to take that leap of faith and do that. So whoever it is that you need to communicate something to this month, you know, and tell them that truth, or just talk to them. Do it. Don't hold back, okay? Don't hold back, because that's just going to keep you in that Tower energy, okay? And you're not going to progress or move forward, okay? So do make sure that, you know, with this King of Cups here, that's, you know, a good positive card as well. So, you know, that's, you know, he's at the top of the, you know, he's the king, okay? So those emotions and feelings have matured. They're, you know, they're there. It's not just like a frivolous kind of like flirtation that I'm talking about here. This is something that's very deep, a deep connection here, okay? So whoever that is for you, I definitely feel like you need to make that kind of contact this month, okay? And don't be afraid to do so, because I feel like it'll be returned in very kind of positive, in a very positive way, okay? So yeah, and like I said, you know, once you do that, I feel like, you know, this energy here is just there for the taking, and okay, it's stepping through to the next phase and finding that joy, abundance, that happiness, okay? So very poignant. So for some of you, yeah, like I said, this is to do with moving, finding that joy and that happiness. For others of you, this is to do with communicating something to somebody, or communication coming in from someone else, which leads you to joy and happiness and kind of being able to take the next step into something new. Now, for some of you, if both resonates, happy days. Take both. But I don't feel like that'll be for a lot of you, possibly some of you. Now, let's have a little look. The last three cards. Yeah, okay. For those of you who I said this is to do with a situation, to do with a person where you need to communicate. There has been kind of some sneakier kind of energy in the past, if you can see the Six of Swords here, whereby you may not have been speaking your truth about how you felt about this person, because you can see, look, this person has got 6 swords in the back of his backpack, and he's kind of trying to sneak away in the night, okay? Trying to kind of sneak off. So you may have been hiding something from someone whereby you weren't able to tell them your true feelings. You may have been kind of holding back your emotions and feelings about a certain situation with somebody, and you may have been trying to, you may have been trying to deceive yourself that you didn't feel like this, or you may have been trying to just not let them know that you felt like this, okay? So whatever it is, I definitely feel like you need to kind of, throw that energy out this month, okay? Feel it, honor it, and take that leap of faith and just kind of tell them, okay? Because justice is coming in here. Justice is coming in to be served. So whatever the situation was for you, justice is being served on this, and depending on if there was kind of trickier kind of energy, or if there was turbulent kind of energies between the two of you before, I feel like justice is being served for that, and it's going to start to kind of come in and balance out. So you can see there with the scales, the two cats, the black and the white, the the yin and the yang, okay? There's balance coming in to balance out the energies that were there before. So don't be worried about things that may have happened between you and this person before, because that's not the same energy anymore, okay? That situation has completely changed. You're not going to find the same response a second time, or the same situation a second time, because things have changed a lot since you communicated last, truthfully. Okay, there may have been communication before, but it may not have been truthful communication or honest communication. Okay, so this time things are different because there's justice and there's balance coming in with that. Okay, and what I love about this is that once you take that leap of faith and you actually do that, and you do communicate with this person truthfully and honestly, you get the 10 of Cups. And like, guys, come on, like, I couldn't, you really couldn't write this. Like, you have a gateway card, okay? So 1111, life path number, joy, abundance, happiness, okay? So for some people, marriage, engagement, tightening of a relationship. You have the Sun card, okay? The happiest card in the freaking deck, okay? Joy, abundance, happiness, and then you have 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is that happy ever after home life card, that I find my joy, my happiness, and everything that you ever wanted in life. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the level of happiness and the level of progress that you could have this month, okay? But you need to let that Tower moment happen internally, okay? Go through that rubble, pick up those pieces that you actually need, okay? Take them with you, okay? Gain that clarity, realize that you have the stuff that you need already to kind of push forward with things. Let go of all those burdens that you kind of went through in before, the last couple of years, couple of months, couple of weeks, whatever it was. Let go of all of that, okay? Take from the rubble what you need, not what you want, okay? Only what you need, okay? Gain that clarity on what that is for you, okay? Take that leap of faith, okay? To master your emotions and feelings about certain situations from the past, okay? Which is what this Tower card is doing for you, okay? Let it go, okay? Learn from it. Make that communication, okay? Or accept that communication in, whether if it's coming into you, accept that communication in, and don't just, frivolously kind of pass over it. Connect in with it. Figure out how you really feel about it, okay? And then reply, okay? And then, or if it's you wanting to make this communication, do it after that clarity, okay? Get rid of that kind of, don't be worrying about that kind of past kind of like energy where you may have been deceiving yourself about how you felt about a certain situation, or you may not have been betraying to the other person how you actually felt about that person, okay? Or actually felt about the situation between the two of you. Get rid of that energy. That is no longer needed. Throw that away with the Tower card in last month, okay? Make that communication, because justice is coming in to balance out the energies, to balance out the yin and the yang, okay? And really kind of give you the abundance to be able to tap into this energy of the Four of Wands, the Sun, and the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So you could not ask for a better outcome this month if you do the work, okay? If you put the work into really clearing through this Tower. It's like one of those like spring cleans, okay? Like, where you completely open up the house, you open all the windows, you open all the doors, you get the vacuum out, you get the mop out, you get the steam cleaner out, okay? You hire a skip, you throw all the shit out that you've been gaining for the last like 2 or 3 years or whatever. You take all the pictures down, you clean them all, you put everything back up, you hoover, you mop, you steam all the walls, whatever it is that you do to spring clean. It's like you're completely, having to really go back to basics, clean out your closet, okay? Take out the bits that just serve you, okay? Really connect into what you actually need as opposed to what you kind of thought that you needed or wanted for a long time, okay? It's like when a fire happens in a house, okay? It's like the only thing that you take with you is your bare essentials, okay? It's like you take, I don't know, whatever it is. It could be like a family photo album, okay? Or it could be your phone, or it could be just something that's really sentimental to you. You take with you the absolute just basic essentials that you need to, for your next phase in life, and you leave the rest behind. And it can, if it burns down in the fire, it burns down in the fire, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. You take only what you need this month, okay? Because that's going to better serve you to be able to tap into this energy, because it's gaining you that clarity, and you're getting rid of all those burdens from the past. Okay, it's like completely cleansing out your energy, and that's why you're kind of quieter and kind of shyer this month. That's why I was getting that kind of vibe from you this month, because internally you're processing all of this for yourself. Okay, and you're not so out into the world, out in the world than that, you know, Taurians are used to. Okay, so but yeah, look at, you know, once you're doing that, like, just look how abundant and what kind of energy you can kind of harness this month. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, you couldn't ask for better than that. So I really love it for you guys. I'm really glad that is the situation. Okay, so I'm going to take the guidance card. So I'm going to take a Moonology, because we had the new moon there recently, and then I'm going to take a Romance Angels, because there is something to do with emotions and feelings here, to do with a certain person, whether that be a love interest, a partnership, a family member, friend, colleague, whoever it is. But there's something to do with, you know, yeah, communication and emotions and feelings. So definitely need to do one of those. So let's have a little look. Okay, so what does Taurus need to know for August, please? What does Taurus need to know for August? Yeah, and as I'm shuffling, I'm really getting like my throat chakra is like really tightening up. So you definitely need to make sure that you communicate whatever this is to this person this month, because I feel like if you don't, it's gonna fester. Yeah, really, it's really closing up. Okay. It's heavy. It's like you need to purge it, because if you don't, yeah, it's heavy. It's gonna like fester inside, and it's just gonna manifest in like physical symptoms that you really just don't need in your life right now. Okay, so you have two. Yeah, absolutely. So the first one you got out is balance spirituality with practicality. That's very much that, like I said, that internal process. So that kind of tower process that you're kind of processing inside internally, and then the external kind of energies that are happening this month for you. With that Justice card as well, balancing things out. So balancing internal and external. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, balancing your spirituality and practicality. So it's your inner self and your spirituality with the outer kind of practical kind of elements of life. Okay, so yeah, that's very poignant this month. Very much a case where you are. It's a month where you're balancing with that Justice card. You're balancing that inner and outer kind of self in order to better yourself for, you know, the next phase. So yeah, very poignant. The next one that you got, and I love this because it goes very well with these three cards of abundance here. Okay, so if you just look, okay, those three cards of abundance, and what else do you get when we took a Moonology card? We get luck is on your side. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, and may I say that this is a little like kind of Cupid's arrow. Okay, so I definitely feel like there is luck on your side to do with this situation with someone whereby you need to make communication, or you need to tell them the truth, or talk to them or communicate to them about something. So whatever that communication is that you need to be doing with someone, there is luck on your side. Okay, and Cupid's arrow is aimed straight for the middle of that target. Okay, so just bear that in mind. And look, then there's abundance. So do the work. Communicate whatever you do this month. You may be shy, you may be feeling internal, you may be feeling like you're retreating back for a bit, but make whatever you do this month, if that's the only external thing that you do this month, communicate to someone else. Okay, or like I said, if this is communication coming into you, make sure that you take that communication in. Don't just throw it away like a passing kind of conversation. Really contemplate it and think about it, and speak your truth on it. Okay, so right, let's have a Romance Angels. Angels. I was watching a YouTuber that I really love called Black Rose Tarot the other day. Hi Black Rose, if you're listening, I love you. And she has these cards too, and now I just got stuck in my head. She sings every time she uses them. She says something like, "Hey yo angels," and I can't do it. I can't do your voice. I'm sorry. But every time I shuffle these now, I think of that, and it just makes me giggle. So, hey yo angels. So let's have a little look. Okay, what does Taurus need to know for August, please? What does Taurus need to know for August? What does Taurus need to know for August? Okay, just Taurus needs to know for August. No. Okay, I feel like there's another one to come out. So what is Taurus? Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so we have, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this makes so much sense. Okay, so this communication that I said that you need to make this month, or that might be coming into you this month, it's to do with, yeah, a relationship, absolutely. Like I said, that could be any sort of relationship, friend, family member, co-worker, person that you have an interest in, you know, flirtation with, a partner that you're already with, or whoever it is that you need to speak this truth with this month, or you know, talk to, communicate with. It says give your relationship a chance, okay? And it says work on your partnership. So work on your partnership this month. Give it a chance. Speak about it. Talk about it. Communicate to them. Explain your truth. Express yourself. Be really honest, okay, with this communication this month, okay? And it'll serve you well, okay? It'll bring you that abundance, like I said before. Because the next card you had out was engagement, okay? So engagement can simply mean like the kind of the, processing the relationship to the next level, okay? So it's just, you know, for some of you, yes, you could be getting engaged, especially with those three cards. Look, you've got the marriage card, the 1111 card, you know, the sun, the joy, the happiness, and then the happy ever after home life card. So yeah, for some of you, absolutely, you could be getting engaged this month, you know? You could be speaking your truth and realize that you fucking love someone. So you're like, yo, I want to get engaged, okay? That could be for some of you. For others of you, it simply could mean that, you know, yeah, you're elevating the relationship or the connection between you and another person to the next level. So yeah, it says engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so next level. So if you're feeling shy or unsure about this person or about this communication that you feel that you need to make this month, don't be. Justice is on your side, okay? You've got all the abundance in the world on your side, okay? You've got the King of Cups here on your side. You've got all that clarity on your side, okay? You know, take that leap of faith. Be the fool. Jump off that cliff. Take that leap of faith. Express how you feel about this person. Tell them how you feel. Give your relationship a chance, okay? Luck is on your side. Engagement. Boom. Mic drop. If I had one, I'd drop it, but I don't. So, do you know what? It's making me feel excited. It's really good because at the start of this reading, I was really feeling that kind of slightly heavier tower kind of energy, whereby I was feeling like the shyness, and it was almost like, why am I feeling like this? Taurus is not normally like this. This is not the Taurus energy normally. And I was feeling it. But now, like going through this reading and seeing all these cards and seeing this positive kind of energy coming from processing all of that, I understand it. I'm getting it, okay? So I understand why that kind of process needs to happen first of all, for you to be able to then feel this kind of excitement, this energy, okay? Because yeah, now I'm feeling really excited and really, I've got loads of energy. So yes, definitely feel it, process it, do it, okay? Express it. Take the leap of faith. Just do it. Go for it. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave you guys because I'm just babbling now, okay? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month.